My name is Joe from England, and I do a lot of things. Right now, working on a sales training retreat business, number one, and then I'm also selling high ticket full time. Well, I've always felt like I've wanted to do something for myself. I've always felt capable of doing something more and having more of an impact. And so, kind of, I guess it was catalyzed by the pandemic. I was at uni at the time, ended up taking a year out because I was studying biology and then couldn't go to labs. I couldn't do anything really, and I was paying like 10 grand a year, and I was like, what am I doing? So I took that year out, ended up trying to do my own thing, spent months really struggling, figuring out what to do, just completely new, like a baby. Ended up eventually finding like a business coach, and I paid him like the 500, £600 that I had left to my name. Couldn't even cover rent, but he taught me how to package an offer, how to sell it, and how to get leads, that type of thing. So started doing that maybe 3 years ago, something like that. And yeah, it kind of spiraled from there to where I realized actually maybe the money is not in creating piano videos. I was selling like, just like we talked about before the interview, like teaching piano online, creating an online course, that type of thing. Realized the money was actually in taking the money and providing value for that. So I ended up kind of going down that sales route where now I'm circling back. But it all kind of started from I've got this skill, I can teach other people. I've been playing piano for almost all of my life. The two motivations were like going towards a positive. First of all, being like, I want to do my own thing, I want to make my own income. Then the other one was, I want to go away from having to work for someone else and not being able to provide as much as I could. Every day there's a new challenge. There's something to solve. I guess on the business front, because we knew we just started a few weeks back testing ads, and obviously in that of itself, there's a lot of things to overcome. A lot of like sort of adjusting and refining and changing, whether it's copy, whether it's creatives, whether it's the targeting, like a whole bunch of variables. And so with that, we've been generating conversations, realizing, oh shit, these people aren't qualified for what we're doing. How do we adjust it? Do we need to retrain the pixel? And so I wouldn't say it's a challenge so much as just part of the process to learn how to do things by doing it and getting it wrong. I think it's shifted a lot from I want to make money, which I've done. I've made a lot of money in a short period of time, and it wasn't fulfilling. Um, and it's just like you just look at this money in your bank account, and then you spend it or you invest it, but it's like whatever. I think it's shifted a lot from wanting stuff myself to being able to provide more for other people and make other people's lives better. And so it's like little accomplishments every day that I'd say, just being able to help someone in some small way improve a little aspect of their life, whether it's like personally, just like getting to know people better and sort of maybe guiding them in a direction or telling them something they need to hear, or whether it's like closing a deal, right, which is really just me helping someone to get something that they need in their life to make more money, to have more freedom, to be able to support their family more. So I'd say those little accomplishments actually mean a lot more to me than anything big that I've accomplished along the way. In the next year or so, I'd like to say that at that time I would be completely reliant on myself, to where I'm not working like a sales gig or anything like that. Like I like having the support around me, but really I feel like I'll become confident enough and competent enough to where I can completely do it on my own. Obviously, I've got, I guess, not obvious, but I've got a business partner. So between the two of us, it would just be like a little dynamic duo, little power couple, and that'd be it. I'll be able to do my own thing completely for myself. I don't know if there is balance, to tell you the truth. I think it kind of comes in waves of I have a lot to do, and I'm not going to, like, I'm happy to sacrifice a little bit of my personal life to get that stuff done. And it feels good to get stuff done. I'm at that point now, I'm at the age where it's like I like being productive. I like making small achievements, like small improvements every day. Having said that, obviously I can't, don't want to burn out, and so just getting out on the weekends, whether it's getting out on a boat or going for a hike or just literally walking around the beautiful like scenery that we have here. Um, I think it's very much a case of like if I can look after my body and my mind, then it doesn't matter so much what I'm doing with my time, because I know that it will kind of work itself out. More recently, I guess in the last kind of 5 or 6 months, is a guy called Ed Milet, and he is an entrepreneur. He's worth hundreds of millions, completely self-made, but he's very good, like very hot in the mindset of like helping you to become fulfilled and be everything you can be, for yourself, for your family, and for if clients, if you have them, just for everyone. And in particular, one that I found very helpful was one he talked about discipline, because I find myself like sometimes more emotional, and I'll act based on motivation instead of discipline, and so it comes in waves, and then I'm like unproductive, then I'm productive, then I feel good, then I feel shitty. And so yeah, he has a very good, I think it's like half an hour, 35 minutes, but it was some of the most impactful words that have ever been spoken to me. Coming here, it's like we still have the freedom to explore and do our own thing on our own time and go new places and travel about and meet new friends. And but I think the biggest thing is that everyone here is kind of like driven towards something, um, whether it aligns with what I'm doing or something completely different. It's like everyone has a purpose, everyone has a drive, and in between the fun and the excitement and the and getting drunk or whatever on the rooftop, it's like coming together and sort of in this hive mind where everyone's got direction, got purpose. It's a very nice place to live. I'd say number one, and I think this applies to anything, learn from people who are better than you, right? Simple, like you shorten that kind of like time horizon to where you're able to achieve X level of success. You can make it shorter. You're going to be happier, more fulfilled sooner. So that's number one. Um, Number two, especially in sales, is like lead with the intention of helping the person. Come from a place of service, not from a place of need or want or greed. Because as a consumer, like people like to buy things. You know, I like to buy things. I don't like to be sold things. I don't want. I'm not there to like provide someone's commission or provide someone's sale. I'm there to retrieve value. And so coming at it from a place of like, how can I help you out? What would be like your ideal criteria for this? What are you definitely not looking for? Just to understand where people are at. I think they feel that, and then from that perspective as well, you can't lose. If you don't make the sale, it doesn't matter because you're not there to make the sale. You're there to help someone. So that keeps things hot, and then obviously from that kind of feeds into your personal life as well. You're not stressed about did I make the sale or not. It's just did I do everything I could to help that person out, and if the answer is yes, then happy days, right? So that's number two, and then for number three, so just make time for your personal life, because your personal life is your life. You know, it's like I think there's kind of a common misconception that I've seen, especially in the entrepreneurship world, where if you have more of a personal life, it takes away from your business life, or if you have more of a business life, it takes away from your personal. And I think the reality is everything kind of feeds into itself. So where if you have a better business life, you might show up for your friends better. And if you make the time to show up for your friends or to show up for yourself or just to get out on a walk, then you'll show up for your business better. And so the reality is that if one area of your life improves, so does every other area. Like you show up better for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for the people you care about. And I think it's very important to not take work too seriously. I guess, you know, it's there to support me, it's there to help me, it's there to help me achieve things, but it's not the be all and end all. You know, my life is getting out on walks, meeting new people, new adventures, new experiences. That's what it's all about.